We often think of art as a simple decoration, a splash of color to match the furniture or fill a void on a wall. But true art is far more than an aesthetic choice. It is the language of the human soul, speaking where words often fail. Maya sees a world where every brushstroke carries weight. As she walks through this gallery, the paintings begin to pulse with a living light. She gestures toward a grand collage, where historical figures blend with comic book speech bubbles, bridging the gap between the past and the present. Art serves as a profound language for our deepest emotions. It translates the abstract feelings of joy, grief, and rebellion into something visible. In the heart of a bustling city, Maya captures the rhythm of life in her sketchbook, her drawings transforming into neon symbols above her. Look at how the mundane is elevated. A dull, monochrome room is reborn through the lens of creative vision, becoming a vibrant masterpiece. As Maya walks through the space, her very presence brings color back to the walls, proving that perspective is the ultimate artistic tool. Art is also a mirror to our society. It captures the struggles, the headlines, and the architectural shifts of our collective history. Maya interacts with a digital wall, watching as urban landscapes evolve from old brick factories to modern glass towers right before her eyes. From high above the city, the world looks like a canvas. The primary colors of the buildings and streets form a giant, living composition. The act of creation itself is transformative. Every ink stroke and paint splatter is an intentional step toward understanding ourselves. We see the details of Maya's mixed media work, where every texture and layer adds a new dimension to the story she wants to tell. Maya's face shows a deep focus and determination. She isn't just making something pretty, she is connecting the dots of the human experience. The world around her becomes an interconnected web of energy, where every person and object is part of a grand creative design. In the end, art is a journey that goes far beyond what meets the eye. It is an exploration of what it means to be alive. The camera pulls back to reveal that Maya's entire world is a vast living canvas, constantly changing and ever evolving. So next time you look at a painting, remember, it's not just a decoration. It's a soul, waiting to be understood. Keep creating. Have you ever looked at a piece of art and felt something shift deep inside you? It is more than just a visual experience. Art is a mechanism, a silent architect that begins to rewire our brains the moment we engage with it. Imagine your perspective as a canvas, waiting to be colored by new ideas and transformative thoughts. When we step out into the world, our minds often get stuck in a loop of gray, mundane routines. But art breaks that routine. It introduces a visual anomaly that forces us to stop, look, and wonder. Suddenly, the familiar becomes extraordinary. Bold lines and primary colors burst forth, challenging our cognitive flexibility. By interacting with these artistic shifts, our brains are forced to find new patterns and meanings in the chaos. This mental stretching makes us more adaptable, teaching us that there is always another way to see the same street. Beyond logic and patterns, art serves as a bridge between hearts, fostering a deep sense of empathy. In a portrait of sorrow, we find a shared language of pain. In a burst of color, we find shared joy. As Maya observes these emotions, the art literally surrounds her, enveloping her in the experiences of others. Art allows us to inhabit different perspectives, strengthening our emotional intelligence and our connection to the collective human story. This emotional depth fuels our ability to solve problems. When we create, we learn to look closer at the details, the texture of the paint, the precision of the dots. Every element requires a new way of looking at a solution. Our brains start to form innovative links, represented by classic comic-style thought bubbles appearing above our heads. Artistic observation translates directly to innovation in everyday life, turning obstacles into opportunities for creative expression. In the end, we don't just look at the art, we become the art. The change it brings is permanent and profound. She turns to us, a new lens in her eyes, inviting us to join this journey of personal transformation. Seek out art, change your mind. Follow Komunitas SAMBAL for more inspirations on the creative path. Imagine a world where the colors begin to peel away, not from the weather but from the very soul of our civilization. Maya stands in the silence, watching as the stories told through paint and passion vanish into a sterile white void. She reaches out, feeling the cold texture of a wall where a masterpiece used to breathe. The loss is tangible, a cultural erasure. This isn't just about paint on walls. It's about the connection we lose when we stop expressing who we are. On the morning commute, the vibrant urban collages are gone. People stare into blank screens, their faces illuminated by a hollow blue light. The rhythm of the city has changed. The street markets, once a riot of texture and sound, have succumbed to a quiet detachment. When art disappears, the humanity that binds us begins to fray. We become observers in a world that no longer speaks to us. For Maya, the void is personal. In her studio, the tools of her craft feel like relics of a forgotten language. She stares at the blank canvas. It's not just an empty space, it's a reflection of the creative paralysis gripping the world. Memories of inspiration dissolve. Vibrant splatters of ink and fragments of empowering text crumble into digital static before her eyes. The loss of art leads us to a functional future, one that is efficient but entirely devoid of soul or meaning. We build towers that touch the clouds, yet we forget to build the symbols that ground us in our shared experience. Maya walks through a museum of nothingness. The grand halls are filled with frames that hold only the echoes of what was. In this sterile environment, even the air feels thinner. Without art, we are just biological machines navigating a concrete maze. But the impulse to create cannot be fully extinguished. Deep within the gray, a spark of rebellion remains. Maya finds a forgotten tool, a relic of the old world. A simple spray can, heavy with the weight of potential. She shakes it. The rattling sound is a heartbeat, a rhythmic reminder that the void is only as permanent as our silence. With a single, confident stroke, she breaks the white silence. A line of brilliant, defiant red cuts through the gray. One line leads to another. The void begins to retreat as the city remembers how to dream in color again. Art is the pulse of our humanity. It is the bridge between the self and the other, the light in the sterile dark. We must protect the spaces where creativity lives, or risk becoming shadows in a world we no longer recognize. What remains when the art stops? Only the echo of what we could have been. It's time to fill the canvas. Follow Komunitas SAMBAL for sharper insights and a deeper look into the culture that defines us.